LA Kings fans, Emily here from Cali Sports News. You will notice that Jeff has written the recap. We are banding together today to talk about possibly the Kings' worst loss of the season. See, at least when we gave up 5 goals to Ottawa, we got like 3 of them back. So it wasn't quite as embarrassing as a 5-0 shutout. No matter how many times Jim and Bob said that Bernier had a shutout, the jinxing magic did not work. So going into the game, Jonathan Bernier, who backed us up in the Stanley Cup Finals in 2012 and then left to go to the Maple Leafs, this is, before Scrivens, before Jones, before Enrath, who was, unfortunately for him, in net tonight, he was pretty good for us. This season in the Maple Leafs, he was yet to win a game. In the NHL. He did go down to the AHL for 4 games. He did 3 shutouts in a row, and then the last game before he came back up, and he knew he was coming back up, he let in 5 goals. God, seriously, with the 5? What's going on there? It's a 3-2 league, except when the other team gets all of those goals. So, he comes back up, yet to win an NHL game. His former team, a lot of pressure going on. Of course, this is the game that the Kings are going to lose. That's exactly something that they would do. Not to mention the fact that they are on a 13-game East Coast road trip, so they're not quite on their time zone. 6 games in 13 days is a lot to play, and they'd won 3, lost 1, and lost 1 in overtime. So that's actually a pretty good record. 3-2 and, by the end of it, 3-2-1 is a pretty good record. They're still sitting at the top of the standings by like 9 or 10 points. We lost to an East Coast team, so it's not a huge deal, but still, this was not a game you want to go back and watch. First period, honestly, kind of boring. Pretty even. They scored 1 goal. It's kind of one of those last from the shots things that you're kind of used to Doughty doing. Made it past Enrath. Not like a horrible goal to give up. But then there weren't really a whole lot of chances at either end. It was just kind of a lot of back and forth and blah, blah, blah. So second period, I'm sitting there thinking, come on, there's no way that we lose to Bernier. There's no way we lose to Bernier. And then nothing. I mean, the LA Kings just had nothing in the second period. They couldn't connect a pass to save their lives. It was driving me freaking crazy. They would get the puck on the rush. They would, enter the zone really well, and they would do that thing where they're like, oh, no, I'm not going to shoot. I'm going to pass it. And then there'll be an open net on the other side. Except if you can't actually connect on your passes, you can't shoot into the net. It was quite frustrating, and you could tell that they just, didn't have the chemistry, didn't have the energy. Something was really off tonight. I can't remember when they got the goals. It was the second or the third period because honestly, I kind of blacked out a little bit because there were 2 goals in the last literally 5 minutes. They were in about 30 seconds of each other. Okay, so let's take a look at those goals.
Yeah, a couple of times the Kings had it going. Yeah, nice little change his position, change his balance right there. Look, yeah, nice. Did you see how he shuffles his feet right there, Gabby? He doesn't give away.
So that's the second goal.
It's knocked down into the net. The puck stayed out. Loose puck was knocked down again. Doughty lost a stick. He throws a check, but the Leafs have a 3-on-1. Cross the line. Kadri pass right side in front. Score! Grabner right in front makes it 3-0 Toronto. Well, it opened up, and the Kings felt they had to open it up, and it was all or nothing, and now it turns to be nothing for the Kings and all for the Leafs. I'm pretty sure that pass did not end up in the place it was intended, but it works out for the Maple Leafs.
So that's the third goal. You can see it kind of starts on the play where Doughty loses his stick, and that's what the other player uses to his advantage to gain the zone. I think if Doughty had a stick, it perhaps wouldn't have started that way, but they end up, I know you said in the commentary it was 1-on-2, but it was really kind of 1-on-3. It was really a 3-on-2, but they just, again, we were kind of out of sync and the chemistry wasn't right, and then there was, the back of the net. Fourth and fifth goal, kind of exactly the same, and that's not good. They managed to do what the Kings couldn't do all game.
So there might have been a few changes here and there.
Just there is kind of a beautiful, sky cam thing that they've got going on, which I actually think is kind of cool, though it if you notice, I don't really know if you can tell in this video, it kind of looks like they have, they're like animatronics, like the NHL game or something. Like, it kind of looks like you're playing that and not real players. Not really the point. The point is that we gave up a whole bunch of goals, and I know it's kind of depressing.
They just didn't try to, okay, let's dump it, let's chip it. We've got a lead. They've been trying to play a puck possession game all night long, and there it is right at the doorstep.
Which was gain the zone, have the shot from one side, and it was either the rebound or the pass to the empty net side of the goal, and they got it in. It was 2 goals in rapid succession, and it was really not the way the Kings wanted to end the game. For a while there, you down 2-0, you kind of think, oh, maybe we can get back into this. I mean, the second goal wasn't great. We really would have liked to tie the game instead, but, doable. And then there's just third goal, and you're thinking, I don't really know. Okay, maybe, I mean, there's still like 5 or 10 minutes left. We can kind of maybe, and then 4 and 5 go in, and that's it. That's the game. So really not the greatest game, but we come back and we play the Sharks on Tuesday, I believe, at home. So it'll be nice to see one of our other backups in net again. I'm expecting Quick versus Jones, which is always fun to watch. So tune in for that one.